This is The Top, where I interview entrepreneurs who are number one or number two in their industry in terms of revenue or customer base. You'll learn how much revenue they're making, what their marketing funnel looks like, and how many customers they have.
I'm now at $20,000 per top.
5 and 6 million. He is hell-bent on global domination. We just broke our 100,000 units sold mark.
And I'm your host, Nathan Latka. Good morning, everybody. Episode 701, brand new for you today. It's a good one. And coming up tomorrow morning, we have another good one with Catherine coming on. With $5,000 left in her bank, she launched The Muse. Now it gets 50 million visits annually and 600 companies pay. It'll surprise you what they're paying for. Good morning, everybody. My guest this morning is Dewey Hewen. He's the founder of a company called Autonomous.ai. They build smart office products to help people work smarter. Dewey, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah. Hey, hi, everybody. Hey, Nathan. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Are you sitting on like a super technically advanced office chair right now?
Not the chair, but I'm using our SmartDesk right now.
Ooh, wow. If you guys are watching the video, you make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to the podcast there so you can see Dewey's moving his screen up and down. What are we looking at? Is this a desk that moves?
So it's a SmartDesk. It's move up and down. So right now, it helps you to work standing or sitting throughout the day.
So are you squatting right now or standing up straight?
Well, I'm sitting up straight right now.
That's awesome. Okay, so tell us, for people that aren't familiar, tell us what Autonomous.ai does and how you make money.
Well, we don't care much about making money. We want to be
Dewey, get off my show. Get the hell out of here. No, I'm just kidding.
So I guess for us, it's really important about helping people to work smarter. Our company whole mission is about how can we help people work smarter. We think work is a really important space. Like right now, Nathan, I mean, you are working, I'm working right now. We've probably been working since early in the morning until late at night. And we probably work from 18 to 65. Work is what taking the most of our lifetime. Work is really important, but when you look around the office today, there's nothing new. But I mean, if you look around your current office today, you have the same desk, the same chair, the same bookcase that have been around for the last 30 or 40 years, right? And for something that suck up so much of our time to our lifetime, there's nothing new. It's shockingly to see that there isn't that many new products on the market today to support the office or change the office. So that is where we're in. We wanna reinvent every single object in the office, whether that's a desk, a chair, a bookcase, a headset, or whatever it is. We want to look at them and want to reinvent them. How can we change this product that's been around for thousands of years? So
Dewey, you have a product called Cardboard. I want to know what your margins are on this thing. And tell us what it does and what do you sell it for?
So the Cardboard is interesting. So a lot of our customers are founders, like you, and a lot of people on the show right now. So supporting founder is very important to our mission. The Cardboard, the project was great not because of a revenue reason, but the main course is about how can we create a product that really affordable for $10, $20. We can help founders to have a desk up and running and they keep working and coding throughout the day. So the whole Cardboard collection is about affordable, something that very scrappy, that let staff and founder to get up and running right away.
Yep, this thing is basically, you put it on top of your desk. It's a cardboard pop-up that basically allows you to stand at your previous desk, which you could only sit at. Is that right, Dewey?
Yep.
Okay, and what's it sell for?
I think we are selling it for about $19.
Yep. And how many of these have you sold over their lifetime?
The Cardboard desk? Or
Cardboard, just the Cardboard desk.
The Cardboard just went like a couple of weeks ago, so it's entirely new.
How many though?
I think we sold maybe like 50 so far.
Okay. Got it.
Don't quote the number. It's been up only for the 2 weeks.
Well, so you have many different products here, right? SmartDesk and some other things. So I want to get into the margins and kind of how these things work and how you think about product development. But give us the overview for a second. So when did you found this company? What year?
We founded a company about a little over 2 years ago.
So call it 2015?
2014.
2014. Okay. And to date, across all of your products, right, how many just units have you moved? Give us a sense of size.
I can't disclose revenue number, but I can
No,
disclose...
not revenue. Just tell me the total units. How many units?
I think we ship close to 100,000 units.
Okay. And what thing sells the best?
The desk, of course. That's our bread and butter.
Which one?
The SmartDesk.
The SmartDesk. Okay, got it. So describe to us what the SmartDesk does.
So the SmartDesk, right now, it does one thing it does really well, is the best sit-to-stand desk on the market. It helps you to work sitting or standing throughout the day. So with a tap the button, it will move up. With another tap the button, it will move down. And kind of keep you healthy and stay active throughout the day in an office.
Yep, this is one of the ways, guys, that I found doing I always like interviewing the CEOs of products my friends buy, and a few of my friends have bought this SmartDesk for about $300. Now, have you raised capital or have you bootstrapped this thing?
We raised a small seed round at the beginning, but pretty much bootstrap until this point.
Okay, how much have you raised total?
We raised at the beginning about $200,000 from an investor.
And what got you into this? Like, what were you doing just previous to this?
Before we started working in the smart office space, we really liked the connected devices and smart products. So we started out at a smart home company at the beginning. So back then, there's only a few of us. We was kind of like live and work in a small apartment in Hell Kitchen, New York. We have kind of like Nest on the wall.
What do you have on the wall?
Nest.
Oh, Nest, the thermostat. Yeah. Wait, were you at Google?
No, we were, when we started out, there's like 3 or 4 of us in a small apartment.
In Hell's Kitchen, in New York.
2-bedroom, we share the apartment. We set up the whole apartment with smart home products.
Okay.
And we always thought that we're going to build smart home products. After 2 weeks, no one want to touch the phone to open the light bulb or the lock anymore. It took you 2 steps to open the door or turn off the light switch. So we don't really see the value in the smart home space, and we still don't understand why Google and Amazon and Samsung and a lot of people still work in the smart home space.
Oh, come on, you know why. It has nothing to do with giving utility to consumers to decrease the time it takes to turn on the light. It has everything to do with data.
Yeah, but you can argue at that point, but we feel like work is a much more important space because, like, look at the amount of time people spend in the office versus the amount of time they spend at home, right? I spend 10 to 12 hours a day at work and spend about 3 or 4 hours a week at home. And we really think work is the main application for smart devices.
Yeah. Dewey, what happens though? Look at this. I never do this. I'm going to do it. I'm panning my thing around so you can see where I am. What happens when work is home?
That was like 2 years ago. Like, the 2 little bedroom, I don't know, maybe 50 square feet each. There's 4 tables in the kitchen, and that's how we got started.
That's so funny. So, okay, you've invented the SmartDesk. What did it cost you, kind of all in, to get this thing to the point where you could actually sell it?
Can you repeat the question again, Nathan? Sorry.
Yeah, so you built the SmartDesk. This is not like an easy thing to build. How much money did you sink into like the prototypes and the molding to get it right before you sold your first one?
The seed money actually helped a lot with the initial prototyping, and we were kind of lucky to get it right after the first few iterations.
How much had you spent though before you got money help?
I didn't really track it, and I know this was the 4 of us. We tried to survive, and we didn't know what it's going to be like tomorrow back then. So we didn't really track that, but we moved pretty fast. A lot of our team.
I'm just curious. Give me a range. Like, are we talking $100 or 10,000 or 100,000 or what?
I think you'll be looking about $100,000 to $200,000.
Where did you get that money from before you raised the seed?
We did it after we had the seed round. So I traveled a lot 2 years ago to China and Taiwan and Korea to find the best component suppliers. And then we went through a few prototypes. We spent money on prototyping, shipping back and forth, traveling. In total, it's about $100,000 to $200,000.
Okay. So today, how many folks are on your team?
Today, so this is me. This is Olivia.
Hey, Olivia.
This is Patrick behind the panel, but there are about 4 of us working up in the New York City office. We have another office in California, about 10, 12 people in California.
Okay.
And we have a big offshore team in China and Vietnam who handle the operation on manufacturing and all of the back office.
So about 14 full-time.
In the U.S.
In the U.S. Okay, sorry. So the ones that are overseas, those are also full-time?
Yeah, they're also full-time.
So how many full-time employees in total?
We have about 40 people right now.
40. Okay, got it. And are you guys, and you've only raised $200,000 in funding, right?
Yes.
And so, obviously you have to be about break even, right? Or cash flow positive?
We are cash flow positive.
Are you considering raising an additional round of funding, or no, you just don't like having investors?
Hey, Nathan, can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Sure. Are you considering raising an additional round of funding, or you don't need investors?
Not right now. Right now, we're cash flow positive, and we are entirely focused on our current customer and products.
Yep. Now, I'm going to do some back of the napkin math here, since you didn't want to share revenue. But if you have 40 people, and I'm going to assume you're in New York, and you said San Francisco, and then you have some overseas. But let's assume on average they're being paid $60,000 salaries, right, or $5,000 a month. If I take $5,000 a month times 40 people, you right there have $200,000 in monthly expenses. Are those numbers generally accurate?
I can't really talk numbers, but I think what we do in the last 18 months. I mean, we officially launched about 18 months ago, Nathan, and we've been selling to over 30,000 offices. I mean, we are a startup in terms of age. We're 1 year and a half, but in terms of size, our revenue is in double-digit $1 million right now. And we cash flow positive, and we are very proud of what we achieved so far. Because
and is that, when you say double digit, you're talking monthly, you're doing more than 10 million, or altogether you've done more than that?
Annually.
Annually. Got it. Annually. And when you say double digits, I got that right? You mean above 10 million? That's what you mean by double digit?
Yeah, you got it right.
But below 100 million, right?
Well, that's 3 digit, if I got it right.
Hey, I just want to get a range, baby. All right, so more than $10 million annually. You're doing really well. You're a year and a half in. That's impressive, Dewey. I mean, how did you get these customers so quickly?
I don't want to bullshit you, but I think back to my point like earlier, we didn't think much about profits and revenue at the beginning. We're just going to build something really, really helpful for people. Our customer base are tech founders, creative founders, and the people that they don't want to go to IKEA to get a desk for $100, and they don't want to spend $2,000 on a Herman Miller desk. We just
Dewey, I totally understand your market. My question, though, is literally tactically, how did you get your first customer? How do you get more customers?
Word of mouth. I mean, we were naively believing building a great product and it will sell by itself, and it did.
Okay, when you started, nobody knew about you. How did you get your first sale?
So for the first sale, we did a Kickstarter campaign.
Okay.
2015, and that helped to reach out to the first couple of thousand customers.
Dewey, why do you have to make me work so hard to get these answers? So there was a Kickstarter. This is a whole nother Kickstarter campaign. How much did the Kickstarter campaign raise?
We did about $300,000.
Okay, and then on top of that, you had an additional $200,000 of funding, right? Okay, this is very helpful. So the Kickstarter campaign, $300,000 in pre-sales for just the SmartDesk, right?
Yep, just on the SmartDesk.
Okay, and how many units did that represent?
About 1,000 units.
Okay, it's about $300 a pop, just like it is today. Okay, it's about 1,000 units, and you've delivered on your word on all those? Everyone has one?
Yep.
Okay, got it. So that's how you really got word of mouth going, was Kickstarter. Makes perfect sense. All right, very cool. And then take us forward. So it sounds like you're not a numbers guy, but it sounds like you have a lot of experience in the supply chain management side of stuff. You mentioned you've done trips overseas. So this thing is listed for $300, right, on your website, right? What does it cost you to make?
I can't really discuss our margin, Nathan. But I think first, we just want to maintain a fair margin. We put a fair margin.
Well, define fair. Like, what's industry standard?
Well, I think like the problem with supply chain today is like the shirt you're wearing, right? I mean, the factory, it may cost them $10 to make, but by the time you buy them at a retail store, you pay them at $100. You go through the 5 or 6 different middlemen. One of the things that we are really proud of is we cut out the entire supply chain, and we have a vertical directly to consumer. So you buy directly from us. You're not going through a retail store. You're not going through a wholesaler. You're not going through an agent. So by doing that, we streamline the entire supply chain process and giving our customer a really, really high quality product at a fair price point. They pay for what they get.
What's a fair margin, Dewey?
Well, fair margin to us is enough for us to pay rent and pay our employees, and at the same time give a healthy margin to the business, but doesn't make our customer pay a lot for the extra margins.
What do your competitors have for margins? Just give me some sense here.
If you look at our competitor like Herman Miller's, Steelcase, these are the companies that have been around for 100 years. Believe it or not, Herman Miller have been around for 100 years. And these are the companies that are selling to the current company in Silicon Valley right now. They're looking at anywhere between...
So on a chair, just because we're running out of time, Dewey, on a chair that Herman Miller makes, what are they going to have, gross profit and net profit?
I think the gross profit is around 50% to 75%, but that's my rough guess.
Okay. And do you think that's fair?
I think that's relative to the business model. Their business model is about distribute to stores and wholesaler and agents. So that's fair to them. For us, we don't deal with any of those middlemen. We sell directly to consumer and we cut out the whole supply chain. So to us, what's fair is enough for us to pay rent and employees.
So it's less expensive for you to make products than these guys because they have to pay a bunch of other people off, basically.
Right. We are more efficient.
Yep. Got it. So again, you said you're doing about $10 million ish per year. This is across all your products, right? Not just the SmartDesk?
Across about 3 products.
3 products. Well, what's the second best seller after the SmartDesk?
The chair.
What?
The chair.
Okay, the chair. And then what's the third best?
So the third one is the stool, an office stool that we just launched a couple of months ago.
Yeah, by the way, that stool looks like my abs would be in great shape if I sat on that thing all day. That thing looks like it takes incredible balance. You're talking about the ergo chair, right?
Yes, the ergo chair and the ergo stool.
Yep, very cool. All right. So my question is this: if Herman Miller came to you right now and said, "Hey, we want to buy the company for $40 million, 4 times total top line kind of sales," do you take the deal?
Probably not right now. I think we have an exciting roadmap for our product. So it's not just a piece of furniture. When you look at Autonomous, from the name itself, we are not a furniture company, Nathan. We are more than a furniture company. We spend a lot of time to put technology into our products. So for the rest of the year, with the SmartDesk 3 on the roadmap right now, we're going to bring the product to the market beyond just a piece of furniture. It's just a piece of technology. So I don't know if Herman Miller will be a good fit for us as far as product development. So
he's smiling while he says this, so you guys make your own judgment about what that smile means. Dewey, are you the single co-founder, or do you have other co-founders?
On paper, I'm a single founder, but the founding team has been working together for the past few years.
What do you mean on paper? Are you the only one with equity?
Well, I'm the single founder, but the founding team, there's a bunch of us that are working together over the past 5 years.
Did you incentivize them with equity, or you have all the equity?
Of course.
Got it. So they do have equity.
Of course. Yeah.
Got it. So guys, I'm so glad to be back in Austin. I just got back from a major tour of Southeast Asia. Went to Sydney, Bangkok, Bali, and Japan. And, I always get sick when I travel. And this particular trip, my gosh, 15 different airports, 20 different hotels. Imagine flushing in airport bathrooms. I was worried about germs and getting all the nutrition I need. Finding a restaurant in Japan, difficult because nothing's in English. So it's hard enough to figure out the train system. But my point is, I had a guy named Drew Canoli on the show who said, Nathan, if you're concerned about that, take these little green packets with you. You just mix them once per day with water. They'll keep you super healthy. You get all your nutrients, and they'll keep you from getting sick. So I took them. And guys, they worked unbelievably well. I got no sickness, just mixed them with water once per day. They didn't make my water bottles all sticky. That's nice. A lot of these mixers, they make them sticky. It was very clean and smooth. Took them once per day, never got sick. So they've got 11 superfoods, and they're perfect if you're not traveling, but you're just on the go from your office to work. So you can check them out at nathanlatka.com/juice. That's nathanlatka.com/juice. Very cool. Let's wrap up here with the famous 5. These are easy questions compared to these other ones, right, Dewey?
All right.
He doesn't trust me. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Oh, shit. Well, 0 to 1. One of the one I just read recently.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
The CEO I'm following right now?
Anyone you're studying? Any leaders?
Okay. Shit. Slack CEO.
Stuart Butterfield?
Yep.
Number 3, is there a favorite online tool you have, like Acuity Scheduling?
Google Analytics is a great tool.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
4.
Okay. Holy mackerel. What's your situation? Married, single, you have kids?
I'm married with 2 kids.
I was expecting you to say single with no kids. Okay, so how old are your kids? Are they young?
Well, let's see what you're at, 2 and 4.
Oh my goodness. How old are you?
I'm early 30.
Okay, so like we'll call it 31. So last question here. Take us back 11 or 12 years. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
You know, I think if I can tell back time, I think I would just tell myself to focus on building something that really helpful to people, and then the revenue will come.
There you guys have it from Dewey, founder of Autonomous. Focus on building something really helpful. They're just over a year and a half in. They had a $300,000 Kickstarter campaign where they sold 1,000 of their smart desks, which are very cool. They retail for about $300. Since then, they raised $200,000 in capital to continue doing product development. Now they're doing over, he says specifically, double million digits. So 10 million or more annually per year. Would not sell to Herman Miller for $40 million. Dewey, thank you for taking us to the top.
Thank you so much.
If you enjoyed today's episode, go back and listen to yesterday's episode with Connor. He just might take down Upwork Top Talent Freelancer. He's already completed $3 million worth of projects. It would mean the world to me if you guys got any value from this episode, if you would go leave a review on iTunes right now and then subscribe. You know, I hustle like heck to get these episodes out every freaking day for you guys. And trust me, I love it. I would do it with no listeners. But boy, oh boy, it makes my day and it makes my team's day when we see great reviews and get your feedback. So thanks so much.
Okay, Top Tribe, I love giving away free money. I feel like Oprah giving away cars. And I have something special for you today. How many of you have heard our super sharp guests talk about success they've had with Facebook and Google Ads? Well, all of you listening right now, yes, if you're listening, you get $100 in free AdWords. Here's how you get it, okay? Again, thanks for listening. Get the free $100 from Google, right, when you sign up with my website host provider, HostGator. Go sign up now to get your free money. HostGator.com/Nathan. Again, that's HostGator.com/Nathan.